Well, hello there, chaps and chapettes. Grab your wellies, and a big brolly too. We are off on a grand adventure, a rather damp one, mind you. We are heading to a place called Mawsynram. It is a little village tucked away in the hills of India. It is known as the wettest place on earth. Yes, you heard that right, the wettest. Imagine a place where the rain hardly ever stops. Sounds like a good day for ducks, eh? We are going on a claymation journey. Picture little figures like us exploring. We will see how people live here. We will see how animals manage too. The clouds are always having a party up there, and everyone gets an invitation to the downpour. So button up your macs, everyone. This journey will be full of drips and drops, and lots of green, believe me. We will meet the friendly Khasi people. They have all sorts of tricks for the rain. It is going to be quite the experience, full of charm. So get ready for a world of water. Let's go find it together, shall we? Off we pop. Now you might be wondering, why Mawsynram? Why does it get all this rain? It is not just bad luck with the weather. It is all about something called the monsoon. Imagine big giant winds. These winds travel all the way from the sea. They carry lots of water with them. Like giant sponges they are, floating in the sky. These watery winds reach the hills of Meghalaya. Meghalaya means land of clouds, you know. The hills around Mawsynram are quite tall, and they act like a big wall. When the wet winds hit these hills, they have to go up, and as they go up, they get colder. Colder clouds cannot hold as much water. So plop, out it all comes. As rain, lots and lots of rain. Mawsynram gets over 11,000 millimeters a year. Most of this rain falls in the monsoon season, that is usually from May to October. The Bay of Bengal is nearby, full of warm water. The winds scoop it all up. Quite something, isn't it? So, what is it like to live here? When the rain is your constant companion? Well, folks wake up to the sound of rain. A gentle pitter-patter or a loud drumming. Getting ready for school or work is an adventure. You need your waterproofs, definitely, and good sturdy shoes to avoid the puddles, or maybe just embrace the puddles. Children often do with big splashes. Going outside means stepping into a world of wet. The air is fresh and clean, though, full of the smell of damp earth and green plants. People carry nups. These are special umbrella-like shields made of bamboo and leaves. They cover your whole head and back, so your hands are free for carrying things. Inside, homes are cozy, but dampness is a guest. People use fires or heaters to keep things dry. Laundry is a bit of a puzzle. How do you dry clothes when it is always raining? Well, often indoors near a heat source. Evenings are often spent indoors with family. Telling stories perhaps, or playing games. The sound of rain is always there. It is the sound of Mawsynram. Living in such a wet place is not all fun and games. There are some tricky bits, you know, like trying to keep your biscuits crisp. But seriously, constant rain brings real challenges. Dampness is a big one, as I said. It can make things go moldy. Books, clothes, even walls can get a bit fuzzy. People have to be very careful. They air their homes whenever there is a tiny break in the rain. Travel can also be a slippery business. Roads can get muddy and hard to use. Sometimes heavy rain causes landslides, big whooshes of mud and rock. This can block roads for days, making it hard to get supplies in or out. Imagine trying to get your groceries then, or if someone needs to see a doctor quickly. The villagers are resilient, though. They are used to these things. They help each other out, which is lovely. Farming is another challenge. Oh yes. You would think all that water is good for crops, and for some things like rice it is. But too much rain can also be bad. Farmers here have clever ways to manage water. Section 5, clever critters in the constant drizzle. It is not just the people who have to adapt, you know. The animals in Mawsynram are quite clever too. They have their own ways of dealing with all that water. Take the frogs, for example. Oh, they just love it. You will see all sorts of frogs here. Big ones, small ones, colourful ones. They sing their croaky songs all day and night, especially loud when the rain is pouring. Insects also have neat tricks up their tiny sleeves. Some have waxy coatings on their bodies. This helps the water roll right off them, like little waterproof jackets they have. Others build their homes in sheltered spots, under big leaves or in cracks in the rocks. They are very good at finding dry nooks and crannies. Even the spiders spin their webs carefully, away from the heaviest drips if they can. What about the birds, you might ask? Well, They are not so keen on flying in a downpour. Their feathers can get waterlogged, poor things. So they spend a lot of time sheltering in trees or under the eaves of houses. They wait for a lull in the rain. Section 6. Green things galore. Plants that just love a puddle. Oh, the plants in Mosinram. They are a sight to behold. With so much rain, everything is incredibly green. A vibrant, lush, deep green. It is like the world has been painted with every shade of green imaginable. Mosses grow everywhere, like soft velvet carpets. On rocks, on tree trunks, even on old walls. They just adore the damp conditions. Ferns are another star of the show. Big ones, small ones, curly ones. They unfurl their fronds in all their glory. The constant moisture keeps them happy and healthy. You will see them peeking out from every corner, creating a prehistoric, jungle-like feel. It is easy to imagine a little clay dinosaur stomping around amongst these giant ferns. Roar. Well, a very small, polite roar, of course. And then there are the really unique plants. Some parts of Meghalaya are famous for pitcher plants. These clever plants have special leaves shaped like little jugs or pitchers. Insects are attracted to them, then slip inside and become food for the plant. Section 7. Listen closely, the never-ending raindrop song. If you close your eyes in Mosinram, what do you hear? Rain, of course, but it is not just one sound. Oh no, the rain here sings a whole symphony. There is the gentle pitter-patter on broad leaves, like tiny fingers drumming softly. Then there is the louder drumming on tin roofs. That can be quite a racket during a heavy downpour. Almost like a whole band of drummers having a go. Rat-a-tat-tat all day long sometimes, then listen for the splashes. Big splashes as raindrops land in puddles, little gurgles as water runs down a drain pipe, or rushes along a gutter. The wind might join in too, whistling through the trees and bamboo groves, adding its own breathy melody to the rain song. It is a constant soundscape, ever-changing. Sometimes it is a lullaby, soft and soothing. Other times it wakes you with a sudden crash of thunder and a downpour that sounds like applause. This constant sound of water shapes the feeling of the place. It is the voice of Mosinram. Section 8. Rainy day, fun and old tales, how we live together. When it rains so much, people spend a lot of time indoors. But that does not mean life is dull. Oh no, far from it. It means more time for family and community. People gather in each other's homes, they share stories and cups of hot tea. Children play indoor games, or they invent new ones using their imaginations. A rainy day is a good day for creativity. Maybe they make their own little clay figures, eh? The Kasi people have rich traditions and culture. Many of their stories and legends are linked to nature, and of course to the rain and the clouds. Elders pass these tales down to the younger generations. Imagine sitting by a warm fire, the rain drumming outside, listening to ancient myths about how the hills were formed, or why the rivers flow the way they do. It is a magical way to keep history alive and connect with the land. Festivals are also important here. Some might be linked to the seasons or to the planting and harvesting of crops. Even with all the rain, there are times for celebration. People dress in colourful traditional clothes. They sing and dance. Section 9. It's wet, but it's wonderful. The magic of Mosinram. So, we have journeyed through Mosinram, the wettest place on our amazing planet. We have seen the rain. Oh yes, lots of it. We have seen the challenges it brings, the mud, the damp, the tricky travel. But we have also seen something else, haven't we? We have seen incredible beauty and the amazing ways people and nature adapt. It is quite a special place, this land of clouds and constant drizzle, a place with a big, watery heart. The air here is so fresh and clean, washed by all that lovely rain. The landscapes are a brilliant, dazzling green, like nothing you have ever seen before. Waterfalls gush down the hillsides, creating spectacular sights and sounds. Mist often hangs in the valleys, giving the place an ethereal, dreamy quality. It is like stepping into a painting, a beautiful watercolor painting that is always a little bit wet. There is a unique charm to living in such an extreme environment. It makes you appreciate the small things. A sunny spell, however brief, feels like a gift. So next time it rains where you are, think of Mosinram.